Welcome to Infinity Capital, everyone. My name is Raj. So let's analyze IDFC First Bank today. So this bank was formed after the amalgamation of IDFC and Capital First, right? So let's look at the asset side. So the CASA ratio is one of the most important ratios to look at. So earlier their CASA ratio was only 27%, and which is at 76% right now. Okay. On the asset side, on the loans front, earlier they had only 10% of retail loans. So currently the retail loan book is at 65%. So retail loan books are more granular in nature. They are small loans spread across multiple parties. So the chances of a big loss is very very low. And they've also brought down their infrastructure loan book, from 26,000 crores. They brought it down to 11,000 crores. So that has been a substantial cut down on the infrastructure loan book also, because we all know that infrastructure companies are not making money and the loans are going bad, So we had a lot of crisis in 2018. I'm forgetting the name of the company, which had a huge crisis in infrastructure company. So they have trimmed down the loan book, which is going to be good going forward. Also, the retail book had 62% of loans provided in the risky segments, which was MSME, right? So MSME loans are not that lucrative loans, right? So that has been brought down from 62% to 28%. Sorry. And then they have increased their mortgage and consumer loans from 38% to 72%. So consumer loans are your loans against loans for your phone, electronic white goods and stuff. So people usually don't default on them. Yeah, the COVID scenario could be a one-off, but mostly people don't default on a 25,000 rupee, air conditioner loan or a 40,000 rupee refrigerator loan, right? More than that, people are becoming more and more aware of the fact that they need to pay off the loans, which will keep their CIBIL score good. Otherwise, we live in a time where everything is connected, and if you're going to default on a loan, you will not get further credit, right? Okay. So moving forward, so their long-term gross net profit and net NPAs for retail segment was around 2.27 and 1.4. So we are going to do a little deep dive from the rating. So basically ICRA has given a AA stable rating to its NCD program, right? And one of their certificate of deposit programs expired, so it was paid off. So that was A plus. So overall, the rating given by ICRA is pretty good, stable, right? And once we come down and look at the overall key metrics, if you'll see over here, so the gross NPAs are at around 4% right now. Net NPAs are at around 1.8%, right? They've made provisioning of 56%, right? So they've taken off my guess is they've taken off some money from their reserves, because if you see, the reserves has gone down by roughly around 3,000 crores, right? So they may have taken off some money from the reserves and made made these provisions. Now, see, at the onset, 4% GNPAs look pretty high, but what we have to understand that there has been a pandemic, and we've been going through it since the past 2 years. So these numbers, as bad as they look, these are going to go down as the economy opens up. These numbers are going to become better. That's my calculated bet, right? Let's look at the profit and loss. So the bank made losses for 2 consecutive years, and then it has turned profitable. This is the reason why I've been looking at the company. So if we look, at the quarter on quarter performance, Since March 2020, last year, they started posting profits as compared to at least 6 quarters of losses. So that's when the stock came on my radar in September 2020, and been looking to, basically waiting for it to consolidate and make a move, and to make a sizable position. So we are going to go on the charts and try and figure out what's happening, right? So let's look at the weekly chart. So what happened? The stock did an IPO in 15, and post that pretty much did nothing, and it fell. So it fell around 74-80%, and then from there on, the stock has nicely recovered by around 275%, and now it is consolidating. So the stock has been consolidating within this 30% range, and if you'll notice that most banks have been consolidating within a range. So in this rally in Nifty, banks have not participated. In the fresh new high that Nifty made in 2021, banks have not participated, right? So what is the trade here? If you look on your left, the 50-day moving average has turned sideways. The 200-day moving average is trending upwards. What does this say? Basically, if you look at it from another perspective, the stock has been trading above its previous 200 days price. So that gives you a certain sense of the trend of the stock, that the people are bidding the price higher. In the last 50 days, the trend is sideways because the price is below the 50-day, so the trend is sideways. So what sort of opportunity do we have here? I'll be looking to accumulate the stock between this range, between 48 and 54. This is the area between 48 and basically 55. This is the area between which I'll be looking to accumulate the stock. So why is my accumulation range so big? Couple of reasons. First, it's a small stock. In the sense, price wise it is small. There is more action in this stock because a lot of retail people want to buy stocks which are below 100 rupees so that they can buy more quantity. That's a theory that a lot of people go by. Doesn't really work well in the long run. If a stock is at 20 rupees, there is a specific reason why it is trading at 20. So banking is going to be a little volatile. That is the reason I have kept the buying range a little higher, right? So what we'll notice is that although Nifty has been making new highs continuously, this stock has been going down, but the fall has been very slow, grinding. There is no sudden fall with very heavy volume. So this particular, it's a slow grinding downwards, nothing worrisome as of now. So we'll be looking to accumulate it within this price range, and then we will hold it for the next 2 quarters. The next 2 quarters are going to be very interesting for banks. We'll have to see, since now that it's been a month and a half since the lockdowns have eased up. So we'll try and figure out what sort of recovery is happening with the banks. If they are able to recover money, what is the collection rate, so on and so forth. Is their profitability increasing? Is their provisioning going down? Are the NPAs going down? So we are going to buy it around these levels and hold it for the next 2 quarters. My calculated bet is that we are going to see a massive rally in financials. The reason for that is they have not participated in that recent rally in Nifty, and financials, banking, non-banking combined make around 30 to 35% of the total market cap in Nifty, and that overall. So without a rally in the financial stocks, it is very difficult for Nifty to continue to go upwards. So this is the analysis, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Quick disclaimer, this is not a buy sell recommendation. This video is for educational purposes only. Thanks a lot, guys.